right now, I feel like Kyle Shanahan has put himself and Trey Lance in an extremely difficult position. Now, some of this is going to be hindsight, and you guys know I'm not like a big hindsight person. All right, I'm not a big hindsight person, but in hindsight, because some of the people would have did this, and I was talking about this before. Kyle Shanahan, he went with Jimmy Garoppolo because he felt like he was the better person for the job right now. Right, that's what we're thinking. We're gonna go with Jimmy, and we're gonna go to the playoffs and all that. And then you got your owner Jet York coming out, and he's like, well, Trey Lance, he can sit for a year, he can sit for 2 years if Jimmy Garoppolo is playing at a MVP caliber level. Like yeah, he was just kind of speaking, but again, like that's what they were talking about, right? It was, if Jimmy Garoppolo was playing at an MVP caliber level, then Trey Lance could sit for multiple years. We're winning Super Bowls, whatever. That ain't the case. You suck right now. You're under 500. You're 3-5. All right. Nobody was expecting this. Kyle wasn't expecting this. None of you guys were expecting this, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. But this is why Kyle has put himself in a very tough position. It's because if he played Trey Lance this whole time, and you're 3-5 or whatever, but you see signs of Trey Lance improving, or you see the things that you're kind of optimistic about, right? If you did that, then nobody would look at Kyle Shanahan like he's a failure. But this is why he put himself in a tough position, because right now, and Trey Lance, because even if he goes to Trey Lance right now and it doesn't look good right away, people are going to think like this whole thing is a disaster. If he would have started Trey Lance from week 1 or even week 2, I look at the situation with the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields. Justin Fields, for everybody, Justin Fields this, Justin Fields that, he was terrible. Justin Fields was terrible his first start. He was terrible. The first time he came in the game, he was terrible. The first start, he was terrible. Justin Fields was terrible. But he had time to kind of overcome that. And eventually he continued to progress and get better and better, right? And it ain't leading to wins. Chicago has lost 4 straight games. Now they played 4 good teams, but, well, not the 49ers, but Chicago has lost 4 straight games. But within those 4 games, you can just see moments, right? Like not even like full games, but you just see moments where it's like, okay, Fields, I see it. Okay, Fields. They just lost to Pittsburgh. And everybody is like, Fields is best. 49ers messed up, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you guys are saying this and screaming this in a loss. But in the one game that we've seen the 49ers play with Trey Lance, that one start was damn near just as good as anything we've seen from Fields or any other rookie this year, right? Like the Trey Lance, the pressure that's going to be put on him to look great right away is sky high. Trey Lance did not have a bad game against Arizona. Did he miss some throws? Yeah. Did he throw, did he miss some reads? Okay, yeah. Every rookie quarterback so far has done that. The difference is, one, most of these guys, except for our guy, Justin Fields, most of these guys started throughout training camp, preseason, they've been getting all the reps and everything. And even then, they come to the season and they played. I see somebody says our quarterback has less than 20 starts. Like, community college, come on now, stop. All those guys have had starting reps all throughout the training camp. They've had the game plans put around them the whole time. They've been developed with the first string as the guy. They've gone through training camp, all that. With all of that, and still most of them came into the start of the season and looked like ass. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and for Zach Wilson is the Jets, blah, blah, blah. Well, Mike White comes in and throws for over 400 yards, and then the next game comes in and throws for over 100 yards in the first quarter and a touchdown and ends up leaving the game due to injury. But it's the same cast. Well, yeah, Zach Wilson looks like that because he's a rookie. And all the other rookies have gone through this. I watched, for everybody, Mac Jones. I watched Mac Jones throw 3 interceptions in the game. If Trey Lance throws 3 interceptions in the game, what are they saying? Right? I've seen him throw pick sixes. I've seen him, whatever. You know what's really saving Mac Jones right now? Yes, he's been dinking and dunking. He's efficient and stuff like that. Their defense is playing amazing. Every game. Every game I watch of the Patriots, I see a defensive back running to the end zone with the ball. Peak sixes. 49ers can't force a turnover. So, when you look at these guys in a situation, and these rookie quarterbacks, and the rookie quarterbacks, these guys have all had their ups and downs. Every single one of them. I just saw Trevor Lawrence win a game. The score was 9-6. The final score was 9-6. Trevor Lawrence, the savior, the anointed one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we look at all that and all these that these guys have done, and it has not been great. Do you think, and I see somebody, Mac Jones has been the most impressive. He's been the most efficient one, right? He's been efficient. He's efficient in college. But now, because of the situation with the 49ers, Trey Lance is like, oh, well, he's like the 49ers because he's not playing. In his one start, he was good. Like, he wasn't bad for a rookie, right? For a rookie. Trey Lance was not bad in his start. He almost had 300 yards of offense, whatever. He got stopped on the goal line. That's whatever case is. But I saw a lot of things I was encouraged by. But the standard for him, the expectations now are like sky high. And he's going to be looked at now to save the 49ers, as opposed to if you play him right away, what were the expectations? Hasn't played a lot of games. Hasn't played a lot, needs the development, all this, down the other, needs the reps, whatever. So whatever happens, if the 49ers are 3-5 with him, you'd be in a much better position. You feel better about it, and you'd say that he'd improve. I look at all these other rookies and them having the opportunities to like organically progress within their ups and their downs. And I almost feel like Kyle Shanahan has put himself and Trey Lance in a situation to where everybody's going to want to speed up that process with a guy who most people said needed to learn. But again, in the one start that we saw him in, it was not as bad as some of these other guys, especially when now I see like somebody tweet out something that was an Arizona guy, like, or something like, oh man, 49ers would be a playoff team with Justin Fields. What Justin Fields are you talking about? The one that's lost 4 straight games, the one that had one net passing yard in an entire game, the one that had 100, it was like 133 yards in his first start or whatever. I mean, in his first 2 starts combined or whatever, or the one that we saw lose to Pittsburgh. Again, not all on him. He's a rookie, as is Trey Lance or any of these other guys. But Trey Lance, he's not going. The expectations for whatever reason are going to be much higher for Trey Lance than they are for the other guys, and I don't know why.